Good evening, everyone. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and I'm so excited to invite you all here this evening to Stamp and Chat. Tonight is our release party, and I am going to be joined by several of our illustrators this evening. They're going to be showing you their new stamp sets and some of the fun projects that they've made using these beautiful new products. And I'm also going to be making a card tonight using one of the stamp sets with a fun technique that I've done before, but maybe some of you haven't thought about doing it for a while, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. So how's everybody doing? Wow, I can't believe our January release is finally here. We're finally getting caught up a little bit in shipping, and I have some fantastic products to show you. I'm going to start the party tonight by showing you the brand new incentive set. So let's get right into that. I'm going to bring a piece of cardstock over here so I can put it on there. I'm going to take it out of the package. This is called Spring Tulips. Let me take it out of the package so you can see it with a little less glare. And this is the stamp set. Isn't this so fun? You know, I have to admit, I'm so excited. Once Christmas is over and the tree comes down, I just want to skip right to spring. So this is the perfect stamp set to get spring going. Now, the way I would use this stamp set is I would stamp this design about midway in the middle of the card, and then I would choose one of these greetings and stamp it right underneath that nice straight line. So let me read the greetings to you. Hope you have a great birthday. Thank you for being there for me. Our friendship means so much. You're in my thoughts and prayers. So these are very versatile, very useful greetings for your collection. And these are so much fun to color. Now, they're not super big. And for those of you that are a little bit intimidated by coloring, maybe it's not your thing, try stamping these on something like navy cardstock and embossing them in silver or gold, or even white cardstock with gold embossing and then emboss the greeting in gold. So this is what's free. If you're new to Gina K Designs, every month or every release, we change out our incentive set. And we give you this stamp set valued at $10.95 with any purchase of $75 or more. And that's $75 or more before any discounts. So if you happen to have a coupon code, which we don't have any right now, but if you did, you would have to meet that $75 actual expense in order to get this set for free. You don't have to put it in your cart. It automatically ships with your qualifying purchase. So if you head over to the store tonight and you find $75 worth of new stuff that you want to get, or old stuff, or a combination, this will automatically ship free. So that is the incentive, Spring Tulips, and I am so ready for spring. Okay, so we have several of our illustrators that are going to join us tonight. We've got Lisa Hetrick, we have Melanie Menchinger, and we have Hannah Drapinski. Now, one person that's not going to be able to make it tonight, I'm going to show you her stamp set. Let me zoom out just a little bit because this is such a fun set. And you know what? If you got our A Little Love layering stencil bundle, this is going to work really nicely with that. So if you already have that, you're going to love this set. This set is called Sweet. Now, it looks a little bit ridgy there because of the plastic. So let me take it out of the packaging so you can see it a little better. That should be a little bit better, hopefully. So it's got this gigantic love that you can stamp right in the center of your card, and you can color it. Or you can stamp this over rainbow patterns, rainbow ink blending, different color ink blends. And then if you want, you can color on top of that, which I'm going to show you a technique with that this month. And then it's also got this longer love. So you can use this one as well if you want to do a different orientation or you want something like this on your envelope. Then it's got a lot of great greetings. Happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate. How did you get so sweet? Open up for something sweet. So this would be really fun too if you were like baking cookies for people at work or you were baking cookies for your neighbors or friends. Life is short, so make it sweet. Hey there, sweet stuff. And hope your birthday is extra sweet. So we always try not to do very specific things like Valentine's Day stamp sets. We like to do things that maybe have a love theme but can be used year round, just like a little love stencil bundle. So if you have that, you can also use some of those flag sentiments to go with the word love, just like you would with the die cut love. So the things aren't on the site yet. Now, if you refresh and you go to what's new, they should be there. I don't know if you want to check on your phone, Tom, to see if they're there. I think Debbie is watching. So if for some reason they're not on the set, or not on the site, she should be here and she might give that a check. So we'll have to see. Check the what's new category, Tom. Make sure it's all in there. It's always something, right? So that is the Sweet Stamp Set. And this one is by Emily Loggins. I forgot to say that. She is our hand lettering queen. So she does a lot of really cool hand lettering things. And then she also uses some mix and match fonts in there too. So, okay, good. They're on there, they're saying, Tom. A lot of people saw them. So it might just be that you have to refresh if you don't see them. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more set before we introduce our first guest, and that is a brand new set by Arjita Singh, and it's called Heartfelt Bouquet. So let me get my piece of, I have my piece of white cardstock in here, and I put it away with the stamp set. So let me get that out again, because the stamps always look better when you can see them on white. This set is amazing. You know Arjita with her flowers, beautiful, huge, bold flowers. Here we go. All right. So look at this stamp set. Look how big this flower is. I mean, this is a quarter sheet of cardstock. It's like the same size as a quarter sheet of cardstock. And it's got this beautiful cluster of spring flowers. Then it's got a single flower and it's got some leaf elements that you can mix and match. Now, with this set, you also can get the coordinating die set. And this way you can cut this flower out and you can cut these leaves. You can also cut this flower and this leaf and pop them up on top of this big bouquet of flowers down here because they're similar in size, and that would just give your card some extra dimension. And then it's got two large greetings, hello and friend, and then it's got some really, really great sentiments. Tomorrow is a new day. We will get through this. I've been thinking about you. It's been too long. My friend, praying for you. Hello, my, which goes with friend. Hello, sweet friend, and then hello, sweet friend. So if you like the hello being fancy, you can mix it with sweet friend. And if you like the friend being fancy, you can do hello, sweet friend that way. So lots of options, beautiful, clean font. And of course, these work with the Gina K Designs Master Layouts 3 die set, so you can use all the flags, and we made sure that all of these fit in the flags from that set. So if you have that set, you'll be able to cut all of these out as well. This one is called Heartfelt Bouquet. So if anybody missed the name, Heartfelt Bouquet by Arjita Singh. I'm really excited about this one. I'm not a great colorist, but I like to pretend. And I think this one would be really fun to do in maybe white embossing powder and then do ink blending over the flowers and then just touch up along the bases of all the petals with a darker pencil or a Copic. So we'll have to do something with this month and play with all these sets this month. Since there's not a kit, I am free to play with all of these beautiful stamps and dies. Okay, so if YouTube is temporarily down, that sounds terrifying. Hopefully, I see people here on YouTube, so they're getting the live. But if you're trying, yeah, Tom's on YouTube, so I think it's different in different regions. All right, so let's go to my front shot, because we have our first guest and she is waiting in the lobby and I'm so excited to see her. I want to tell you a little bit about her new set that you are going to love. This is a stamp set that I'm going to show it to you real quick here. Can we go back to the overhead for a second? This is a stamp set that I am so bananas over because it's got solid images, which I am nuts for solid silhouette style images with all the ink blending and fun stuff. And then it's got this line art image, so you can color it, but you can also blend them together where you can stamp this and then stamp color into it. Oh my gosh, the techniques are going to be amazing, and I can't wait to show you them, and I can't wait for Lisa to show you them too. So let's go back to my overhead, and I mean my front shot, and then we will welcome Lisa Hetrick to our
everyone.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I'm so excited to see everybody.
It's great to see you, Lisa. How's it going?
Yes, good. It's snowing in Maryland.
It's snowing here in Wisconsin too.
Yeah. So who knew? Winter, right? So
well, I always get the weather report from everybody in the chat, and they've been all telling me there's snow all over the place. It's just a mess.
Snow everywhere. It's good. We're all here. We're well. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just so excited to see everybody tonight and share. Oh, we all have so much inspiration to share tonight, and it's so good. So much joy.
And Lisa, guess what?
Yes.
I can hear you tonight because I have an earpiece now.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So I don't have to do the drag to the computer, my head dragging to the computer. All right. So Lisa, tell us about your beautiful new set called Love at All Times.
Love at All Times. Okay. So the inspiration, I'll always start, there's always a little story, right? I always have a little story. The inspiration for this set, it happened this summer or early summer, when we were all kind of in that lockdown time across the country. But I spent a lot of time outside, as most of us did. But I illustrated that large peony piece that's in the set that has the like tulip like peonies, the pieces that aren't quite open, the cup shaped ones. And so here was the original painting.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I was just inspired by I have a peony that I have been nursing for years, trying to get it to bloom. And this year it bloomed. And so I painted it. And while I was painting it, and this happens to me all the time, like when I'm painting flowers, I always want to figure out a way to translate them for our paper crafting projects so that we can enjoy them even more than just a painting and stamp with them and take them to our card projects. So I kept looking at that illustration and I was like, you know what, I'm going to re-illustrate it. So I did. And then as I started to play with it even more, I'm like, well, we can pull these pieces apart and create our two-step stamping and have all of the, add some of the elements to it, add some backgrounds and some leafery. And, I was really missing my friends a lot this summer and still because, we all haven't been doing a lot of gatherings. So I've been thinking about friends a lot. And that's kind of what the inspiration was for the sentiments of friends, loves at all times. We do. We love each other at all times, whether we get to see each other or whether we're on, Zoom or FaceTime. So yeah, that was kind of the inspiration for the set. And that big honkin' floral piece is big. It will, I stamped out all my pieces here and I've got some samples to show, but this piece is big. So it will cover, an A2 size card nicely, really nicely.
I love it. And I love, I wanted just to mention, if you don't mind, I'm just going to interrupt, but you get a full set of dies that coordinate with this. You can pick these dies up if you like die cutting. And one of the things that I love is that you can actually cut the line art image out of this, just the one flower. So if you just wanted that one line art flower, you could cut it out with this die or cut the solid one. And of course, they all come on these magnetic boards, so you don't lose any of the pieces, and you can store them together with your stamp set. So I just had to show them this because I just think this is just the bomb, Lisa. I love it.
That's so sweet. Well, you know, with a lot of people really like to Copic and like all the different coloring techniques. So line art images are really great, but the two-step stamping images help us that feel maybe a little more challenged with coloring, but we want to use all of our inks. So I try to think of that kind of versatility and and of course, and I know I say this every time we go live, all of these elements are in proportion to all of my other sets. So, you know, that mix and match and that versatility with using them with other elements from other sets. And, I really love that little crosshatch backgrounder piece. I'm going to show, let's share some samples. Let's share some stuff, right?
And some people are asking where to find the stamp sets. And if you go to GinaKDesigns.com and then you click on the What's New category, you'll find them there. Now, if you've been sitting on the website in the What's New category waiting and you don't see anything, then that's because you need to actually refresh your screen. Because once the products go live, they won't go live. They won't change on your screen if you're just sitting on the old screen. You have to actually refresh the screen. So GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New category. Tom will share that at the bottom of the screen here. And that will help you guys if you're new to Gina K Designs and you're trying to find our products. So there we go. All right, Lisa, make sure you hold your pictures real close to your camera so that we can see your cards. I can't wait to see what you made.
Yes. Okay, so here, am I close enough?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So here, I'm going to tip it forward a little bit. This is what's happening with my light? Sorry about that. Looks a little bit washed out. But this is one of the cards that uses that backgrounder. I'm also using the Master Layouts, one of the new Master Layouts dies. Love this die. Yes. Love this die. But you can see that backgrounder, and this is just kind of fun with that open, just that one petal piece, that wonky kind of looking pansy. I'm going to show this one right here that just kind of shows you how you could do the two-step stamping with the line art. And I really like my cards and my projects and even my illustrations tend to be kind of graphical in nature. So I really kind of like that graphic look. So these two-step stamping within the florals here are not the whole entire floral piece. It's just the blooms and some of the leaves and the greenery. And I just kind of like that contrast, that look. We also have, that's in the Master Layouts too. That really cool flag. Love that. Love those Master Layouts. Okay.
Awesome.
So here is another one where I've kind of mixed and matched the line art floral with the solids and created a pattern with that and I've been using everything I've showed so far uses the sentiments from Argita's set. So she's got some really amazing sentiments in there. Just so perfect.
That's beautiful. I love the yellow. It might be a little washed out with the light. So Lisa, will you be sharing these cards in our Facebook group?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I
good.
also have, after the live tonight, I have a brand new tutorial video and I'm sharing all these cards in that as well, along with the free download with all of the 8 project ideas for the stamp set.
So I don't know Lisa, have you given those to Debbie? Does she upload those on our site too?
She has this. So okay. She'll put that up there, but I'll pop the links to everything in our group, and they're also over on YouTube so that anybody can download this for free.
Yeah, that's so great.
You get all of the project ideas. So
Yeah, I love that. So Lisa has idea sheets for most of her stamp sets. And if you go to our website and you find Lisa's products, one of the photos is usually the inspiration sheet too. So that's really fun and really cool. And Lisa, you also make fantastic videos. If you haven't watched Lisa and you're here on YouTube, right after the live, head over to Lisa's YouTube channel. It's Indigo Jade Art.
Yeah, it's Lisa Hetrick, Indigo Jade Art. So if you type in Lisa Hetrick, you're going to find me.
Good.
And that tutorial, by the time we're done the live, the like all of these cards and the tutorial and the introduction to the stamp set, where I kind of talk a little bit about everything and show you how to line up the dies and everything. That's all in the video.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Lisa, thank you so much. I love this set. I can't wait to do some techniques with this and some of my lives this month. I'll be playing with all these sets, and they all mix and match so well. Like you said, using some of Argita's greetings with your flowers. We're going to see Melanie's set coming up, and we know that Melanie's set is going to be on every flower card, right? Oh, yeah.
I have some.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I want to show, they'll be in the group. I'll be sharing some samples of all of our other illustrators and projects in the group. So yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for everyone. I'm so grateful to be able to come in here and spend some time with everyone tonight.
Well, Lisa, we love you, and thank you for sharing your talent with us and your time tonight. And have a great evening. Yeah, and I'll be talking to you real soon.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. So our next guest is in the green room right now. I can see her beautiful face smiling at me. So I'm going to add her right to the stream, and then I will just show her set while she's on talking, because she always has a million beautiful things to share and lots to tell us about her stamp set. So welcome, Melanie Menchinger. Hey, Mel.
Hello. How are you? You look beautiful.
Oh, so do you. It's great to see you. So Melanie, your new set, I'm going to show it next to you here. Let me just take it out of the package for a little less glare. This set is called Beautiful Wings. Look at this. Whew. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look how big that is. This is an amazing follow-up set to Melanie's Beautiful Bees and Beautiful Butterflies. And not only is there this set of stamps, but look at this set of dies that you can get to coordinate it with.
I need to take a picture of that. I had to get creative with how to fit them all on there.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think one of the girls at work found even a better way.
Okay.
So I'll get them to take a picture and show you how to do it. Okay.
I learned something too. I got to send some pictures to Debbie, because I have tip sheets and stuff too. So I didn't know that we could put all those on the shopping site. So I'll make sure that I add those in addition to on my blog.
Excellent. So again, this is called Beautiful Wings. It's full of dragonflies and different kinds of moths and cute little ladybugs and all kinds of things. And Melanie, tell us a little bit about the inspiration from this set and what else you have to show us.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just so excited about how much love and excitement that everyone else had over the bees and the butterflies. And I just love drawing realistic images and always things that go with flowers. So these are just the perfect add-ons. You use them with the dies, and it's just like little living embellishments on all of your cards. So after I finished up the butterflies and the bees, I really wanted to add some kind of more springy options. So I was kind of thinking about the ladybugs for the garden, those dragonflies that are really, really pretty for scene stamping, like when you're doing water or sunrises or sunsets or those marshes. I'm going to be doing videos on how to do really easy techniques with your blending brushes to make some scenes for those. And then just the moths. I've really learned a lot about moths when I was researching the different varieties that I want to put in there. And so you had asked about those, and I've got that on the tip sheet, but I've got the Atlas moth, which is the one at the bottom right corner. And that is actually the largest moth in the world, but I ended up just sizes. I just was kind of feeling making the one on the top the largest. So that is an emperor gum moth.
Whew.
And they just come in, I mean, just it like every color of the rainbow. It's amazing. You know, when I think about moths, I feel like moths get kind of a bad rap now that I know more about them. Just you think kind of as drab butterflies, but they're really not. When I started going through the patterns, I mean, they looked like Persian rugs or Art Deco. I mean, especially that one on the bottom. They're just really ornate, just beautiful, bright colors. And of course, you can always color any of these images any way you want to. But I really do like all the different combinations that you can find on Google if you want to do realistic coloring. And it's far beyond just those kind of earth tones that you think of when you think of more colorful moths. And another thing about it, since I've been working on these, I want to start showing some samples, but I kind of like to approach things with wings because they're symmetrical, like adult coloring. I kind of get OCD about wanting each side to match up. So you just get your markers out and it's just very meditative filling them in, and what you do on one side, you do on the other. And you can make them with a lot of blending, or if you just want to fill in the individual panes with just full color, that's a great way to color them too. So here is one option that I did.
Oh my gosh.
With that Emperor Gum Moth. And I'm excited about making Valentines with these awesome dies. This is officially my new favorite master layout die set. So you're going to be seeing these a lot of on my samples the next couple days. And then this is with that coordinating moth die. But what was I going to say about that? Oh, yeah. So I looked it up and I found they came in these fuchsia and bright pinks. So this is colored from an actual image that I found on Google. So I just thought that was just so pretty. And then you can bend these to give them a lot of dimension. And I didn't do it on this particular one. I did it on one of my other cards, though, because the ones that have that top view are symmetrical. So here's one that I did with Argita's set. And because they're symmetrical, you can actually pull it up. You can stamp both sides so that you have that pattern on both if you want to make spinner cards or mobiles or, you know, fold them for a side view. So I just really like that option. So that is that Atlas moth there at the bottom.
Wow, that's gorgeous. That is so beautiful.
And then there's one of the little ladybugs there at the top. So they're just so fun to just like perch on the little flowers. And they take almost no time to color. So I just love those little ladybugs.
Melanie, I'm going to read the greetings. Somebody asked if I could read them. So
Perfect.
These are the greetings. Your love keeps lifting me. And then you have the coordinating higher and higher, which is great because you could put it all on the front, but it also gives you an option to put that on the inside as an inside greeting.
Yep.
Spread your beautiful wings. What a great one for the upcoming graduation season. I mean,
yeah, I was really thinking a lot just kind of about this time that we have all been through. You know, it's so easy, or it's been so easy for me to just kind of go inward on some days or weeks or just long seasons of this time and this lockdown or with COVID. And I really have to keep reminding myself to lift myself up, to lift others up, you know, to just kind of go and do you, regardless of what's going on in the world. So this making the set and then working on these samples, it's really encouraged me. So I really hope it does that for everyone else.
It is. It's a set that's like self-care. It's so important. And then you have Rise Up, and then you have Love Bug, which is adorable because, of course, there's the cute little ladybugs or any bugs, and you can use that's greeting for the bees or the butterflies as well. So that's what the greetings say. I know that, yes, the Temptations, that they sang that song, right? Your love keeps lifting me. That's such a great song. I wish I had music.
There's a couple songs on the radio right now too with Rise Up. So that was another one that I was thinking of. I just love how those all came together and how well they work with all three of those stamp sets, like you mentioned.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So do you have anything else you want to show us?
I mean, I've got plenty more samples if people want to see more samples.
Sure, show us.
So let's see. So I'm really enjoying, it's always backwards, but
actually, if we make you full screen, it'll be fine. And it's not backwards to us. We see it in the right direction. So don't worry.
Okay.
So we'll just make you full screen. Tom, I think you can do that by just clicking on, I think, on her little, yeah, I think so. We'll see what happens. Nope. I guess that's not it. Okay.
That's okay. This is fine. So anyway, I love using those clear flat sequins with these. Oh, there we go. And then these I just filled in with tiny little pops of marker. This one I did with Hannah's set, and I just put that dragonfly. I did some direct to stamp there. So I'm going to put that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so that is just dotted with your ink cubes. So in 3 or 4 different colors, and they really look iridescent. And then you can go over that with some of the prismatic glitter or a gel pen. And I mean, it just looks like it's going to fly off of the card. It's so pretty.
Melanie, you know what's really neat about these images too, is the fact that even though they're line art images and they can be colored, you can also do so much with them just with ink.
Yes.
You know, you can do just inking techniques with ink cubes and things on them, and they're chunky enough that you can see all of the beautiful color, even though you maybe don't feel like coloring in. So this is like a double duty set. You can color with it, or you can use it with just plain ink pads, and you get beautiful results. It's amazing. Just
let me
point
have it real quick. So here's 2 scenes that I did. So this is just blending using your blending brushes, no coloring at all on that. And so I just love how it works so well with the transparent wings and then a blended background.
Oh, wow. They are stunning.
Thank you. They're so easy to make. I can't wait to do videos for them.
That'll be amazing. All right, let's see if we can get me back in here. Hey, oh, Melanie, I say this every time, and I mean it every time. You knocked it out of the park again with this set, and like 10 years of knocking it out of the park. I can't. It's always so fun to see what Melanie pops in my inbox in the Dropbox, her newest stamp sets, because they're always so incredible. Well, this set, once again, is called Beautiful Wings. You can find it at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New category. Don't forget to grab the die set that goes along with it. This one, Melanie's going to have videos. If you're here on YouTube, check out Melanie Menchinger's YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to it, because she posts fantastic videos on how to use all of her stamp sets. And of course, she's got so many videos on there for past stamp sets too. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do. She will also be sharing her tip sheet for this with Debbie, and Debbie will get it up on the product site. So you can always go back to the product in the What's New category and scroll through the pictures, and we'll get her inspiration sheet up there. And you always share them in our group too, right, Melanie?
Yeah.
So if you're part of our Facebook group, it's Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends. Head over there to our Facebook group and join our group. We'll approve you pretty quickly. There's a whole file section with all kinds of inspiration sheets and charts and layouts and all kinds of things for you in there as well. So, Melanie, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for all the opportunities. And thank you, everybody that came out tonight. And I really look forward to, please post your projects, because I get so excited hearing that you like the stamps and I got the stamps. Well, I really want to see what you do with the stamps. I want to see your pictures. So please upload those so that we can all see and enjoy. Thank you.
That's awesome. All right, Melanie, thank you so much for joining me and all of us. And we'll see you again real soon. Okay. All right. So somebody asked how to spell Melanie's last name. So I'm going to spell it for you. It's Muenchinger. But if you forget how to spell it, just go to the What's New category and find this stamp set. And in the picture of the stamp set, in the description, it has her name, and you'll be able to find her there. We also have a category on our website. If you click on Stamp Sets by Illustrator, you'll see all the names of our illustrators, and you can click directly into their category and see everything that they have. So you could try that as well. Well, we have another guest joining us. I see her in the green room. She's made time for us tonight, even though she's got a beautiful little baby girl that takes just about all of her time. She always finds time to illustrate beautiful stamp sets for us. So let's welcome her. This is Hannah Drapinski. Hey, Hannah.
Hi.
You look so cute in your little space with all your beautiful greenery behind you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I haven't seen you in so long. It's so nice to see
It's been like a year, right?
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's crazy.
it's great to see you.
It's good to see you.
So Hannah is doing something really fun for us this year, this whole year. She is designing a stamp set every month with birthday flowers. And her first one is January. And I know we released it a little late, but it doesn't matter because flowers you can stamp anytime and they're beautiful. So I want to show everybody this beautiful set here. And this set is called I Admire You. Look at the size of this flower. Seriously, I'm going to hold this up to my face and you're not going to be able to see my face behind this flower. This is a quarter sheet of cardstock. Look how big that flower is. It is gigantic. You know I'm going to be doing techniques with this, Hannah. Tell us about this stamp set.
That flower itself probably took me a couple days to finish, that one. And even like when I digitized it all in Illustrator, I was just trying to get it a little bit bigger because I was like, oh, I just love how big it is, you know? And also with like the more detailed like carnation, that's a carnation. And with the more detailed flowers, you kind of want to have a bigger image so it's easier to color, paint, you know, whatever you want to do. So I actually got this idea to do the birth month flowers last year, like in the middle of the year. And I was like, dang it, it's too late now to start that. So I was so excited when 2021 rolled around because I was like, yes, I can finally start that. So I have a couple months already done and I'm so excited to keep drawing them for you guys. But this month was carnation and snowdrops. So all of you January people, this one's for you.
So I want to read the greetings aside from January being in there, which is really cool because if you collect all of these throughout the year, by the time December comes around, you're going to be able to even use these to make beautiful calendars and things like that for people as gifts. And you'll be able to, I mean, this is great for bullet journaling. It's great for all kinds of things. So I want to read these greetings to everybody, and I love them. They're so meaningful. Every winter has its spring. I admire you. Of course, happy birthday. We can always use that. And never lose hope. What beautiful sentiments, and we could all use them. We really could. We really can.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I actually have a couple things that I painted to show you guys. This is the, oh, this way. This is the carnation, the big one, obviously. And it was actually pretty simple to paint. I mean, like when it's that big, it's not, you know, too difficult, but I really like how just, you know, you have one like stamp right on the card and then the greeting this way, the greeting is backwards, the greeting, and it just completes a whole entire thing. And I just love how it turned out.
It's gorgeous. And just so you know, Hannah, it's not backwards on YouTube and Facebook. So we can see it the right way. Yeah, our software reverses it so everybody can see it the right way. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
It is beautiful. And I love the clean and simple nature of that card.
Yeah, I kind of, or I do something like this where I have the, like I usually do like a yellow watercolor paint. This is all watercolor, by the way, because everyone knows I love watercolor so much. But these are the other carnations, the smaller ones. Hello.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah. And then, oh yeah, I use the Master Layouts new die set. I love this one. I wanted to use it on this one too, but I was like, okay, I can't use it in all three of my samples because I might be overboard, but I love this. It is so fun. Like, I don't know. It just adds so much. Like
it does. It has,
you know,
yeah.
It adds so much. I love it. But this is my last one with the last flower in the set, the snowdrops. I just stamped it 3 times on the bottom of the card to make like a whole scene.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So yeah.
Wow, those are gorgeous cards, and what a fantastic stamp set. You know, I I'm a flower girl. You know that. I love flowers. Everything that I want to stamp with is flowers. I can't help it. But I don't have enough really, really big flowers like this. This is just immense. And it really makes easy cards. You don't realize how easy it is to stamp that one big flower on there. And then you can sit and relax, you know, get a clipboard, get a little watercolor or your Copic markers, and just sit and color. And, you know, just have such a beautiful finished product at the end. Of course, your beautiful artwork is really, really makes it easy. I love these kinds of images because I like to do exactly what you did. I like to stamp a row of them at the bottom and just kind of turn them a little bit as you go across. And they all look different when you do that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, maybe it won't work, but it actually worked out like really well. I was like, yes.
Yeah, show that card again so people can see just by turning those images a little bit. They don't all look exactly the same, you know, making some lower and one very tall and then one somewhere in the middle. So there's a lot that you can do with this set. And I like that a set like this really doesn't need dies because it's simple and it's made for coloring and it's made for just that clean and simple single layer card. Absolutely fantastic. I am really excited for the rest of this series. I already have the February one. And I am excited because our samples just came in. So you're going to be getting that in the mail really soon.
I'm so excited.
What a great idea to have all of these different birthday months of flowers. I love that.
Yeah, when we were growing up, we were like really into our birth month flowers. I don't know why, but we were always like, mine is chrysanthemum, I think, if I remember right.
What month?
November.
November. Okay. All right. So what's your sister's? What's Emily's?
She's October, and I think that's a marigold, I think.
Oh, okay.
I like marigolds. I love those.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, it's such an autumny flower. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't thank you enough for taking time away from your beautiful little girl to spend time with us and show us the stamp set and all of your gorgeous samples. So if you don't know, Hannah has an Instagram. It's called Hanlyn Art, Hanlyn. And she does tutorials over there where she'll show you, she paints on clothes, she paints on jeans, on jean jackets. She does beautiful watercolor paintings. And I'm sure she's going to throw one of these cards in there tomorrow. Yay, with these beautiful stamps. So make sure you head over to Hanlyn Art on Instagram and see what she does. And also, Hannah, if you get a chance, make sure you share these cards in our Facebook group too, because everybody's going to love them. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I love you so much, and I miss you.
Miss you guys.
And we'll see you again real soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, so those are all of our new stamps and dies, except I have to show you our brand new master layout set. So this is one that it's different than all of the other ones because it has some interesting elements in it that I think that we could use on so many different kinds of cards. It's going to be a really fun one for mixing and matching with master layouts 1, 2, and 3 as well. So this is the stamp set. Now, when you get this stamp set, actually all the dies are in a bag inside. So it comes like this. And then when you open it up, you'll have this bag of dies. Now, I want to show you all the dies that come in here. You're going to love this set. Oh, my goodness. So first, you get this gigantic scalloped rectangle that has stitching in it as well. So you know that's going to be great. You've seen it tonight a lot. A lot of our illustrators used it for a lot of different things. So this is really, really fun. Sheila, yes, we do have a magnolia flower stamp. Check out Melanie's series called A Year of Flowers, where she has all different holidays and I'm sorry, not A Year of Flowers, Stately Flowers, where she has all of the different state flowers, and there is just about every flower that you can think of in that series as well. Okay, so you get this beautiful big scalloped rectangle that's stitched. Then you get this stitched heart Isn't that fantastic? It's so big. And then you get a solid heart. And when you layer these together, you get that tiny little shadow layer that I love. You guys know I love that little 1/8 of an inch shadow layer around the perimeter. So we did the stitched one, so you can use that one. You can use this one, the single one that doesn't have stitches by itself, or you can layer them together and have that little shadow layer. Then we have a postage stamp. So this one, you can cut several of these together and lay them out touching, and they'll look just like postage stamps. They have a little stitched edge in there. And this one works really nicely if you want to do kind of window cards where you have the 4 together. You can line them up like that. Yes. No, these hearts weren't designed to go with the sweet stamp set. These were designed way earlier. I didn't even know that Emily was going to have that heart in there. So these are more for cutting shapes and then stamping on them or cutting windows. Okay, so you get all of these dies. Look how big this die set is. Then you get 2 more flags. And we did different sizes than are in Master Layouts 3 because there were some sizes that were missing. And I had flags that were just too big for some greetings and not big enough for other greetings. So we went in the middle and we did ones that were missing from Master Layouts 3. Then we have this gigantic chunky flag. Now this one will cut a straight edge around the perimeter and it will also add stitching detail into it. And then we did a plain flag that coordinates with it. So you can use it plain, you can do the stitched one, or you can nest them together and get that tiny little shadow edge that you guys know that I love. So these all come in the set. And then we added 3 more fun little elements. We added buttons. So there is a heart button with 4 holes. There is a circle button with stitching and 4 holes. And then there is a single circle button with 2 holes. So this way you can cut 2 or 3 of the hearts, 2 or 3, however many you want. You can layer them up together to make them nice and thick. And you can have buttons in all the Gina K Designs colors by cutting them out of our coordinating cardstock. Or, which I'm going to show you, you can do some really fun embossed buttons. So you can have gold or silver, and you can also do wood grained buttons. So if you like the look of a wooden button on a whimsical kind of homespun card, we can do wood graining and cut the buttons out of that. So these are everything that comes in the Master Layouts 4 set. And I think you guys are going to get a lot of joy out of this one. And of course, all of these mix and match with our other Master Layout sets. Yes, the hearts would make great shaker cards. And we did hearts so that you'd have them in time for February, but hearts are appropriate all year long. So you're going to get use out of this all the time. And here is the picture of the full set. So you can see everything that comes in it. You'll have this when you get it. You'll get this little index sheet for it. Yes, so this is going to be a hot seller, I'll tell you right now, especially because you know I can't keep my hands off of Master Layouts and I use them in just about every live that I do. So these are all of the new products. It's not really that much. It took us a while to show them all, but it's not really that much. It's only 5 stamp sets, a couple of die sets, and our Master Layouts. How fun though, right? All kinds of fun new stuff. Now, I am going to make a card tonight. I want to show you a card, and I've got a couple pieces of cardstock here, and I'm not sure which one I want to use, so I'm going to have you guys kind of help me decide. So the stamp set that I thought I would use tonight for my card is the new one by Melanie. It's the Beautiful Wings. And I thought that this stamp set would be really super fun to emboss in black and then bleach, because there's just something about wings and butterflies and moths and dragonflies. And we don't really have very many dragonflies in our collection. So I thought I would use some of these dragonflies in my card. But I want to show you a little bit about the bleaching technique. So if you've never done bleaching before, this is going to be kind of a fun and exciting technique for you. All right, let me get my little brush. I want to get my watercolor brush. I'm not going to use this with the bleach. I'm going to use this to dust off excess embossing powder. For the bleach, I'm going to use a plain water brush. This was not an expensive water brush at all. And I like to use these. I don't put the bleach in the canister, but I like to use them because they're inexpensive. I don't want to ruin a really nice watercolor brush with bleach. Okay, so I've got 3 colors here that I think bleach really well. And I have a little cup. And then I just bought a brand new Clorox bleach. Right now, with COVID and everything, we're probably all using all kinds of bleach and disinfectant anyway. So you probably have some of this in your house. But if you don't, run down to your local Walgreens and grab some. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of it here in this cup. So I will tell you right off the bat, if you've had bleach sitting in your cabinet for a long time, it's probably not going to work very well because bleach loses its potency very easily. So you do want to have fresh bleach for the best color. But if you don't have fresh bleach, you can still try it. It may work, so I would give it a try before you run out, especially tonight. So I'm going to use the water brush, and I'm going to just color a little bit on each of these 3 colors. Now, the colors that I have here are Wild Lilac, I have Faded Brick, and I have Honey Mustard. So I'm going to just color a little bit on each of these just to see what the color comes up looking like. Okay, there we go. Now, if it's not changing, all you have to do is take your heat tool and heat it up and we'll see what happens. Okay, so that is not very bright, but look at Faded Brick. Look at how bright that came up. That almost turned yellow. It did turn yellow. And this one looks kind of like it glows. It's almost like a neon yellow from the Honey Mustard. So when I look at these 3 colors, I'm thinking that Faded Brick is going to be the one that we should use tonight for sure. So let's do it. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think the Wild Lilac came up enough. And this one, although it really came up bright, I think it's too much the same. So all right, I am going to, let's see here. I'm going to start with some Faded Brick. Now, I'm going to stamp these using some Versamark ink. And I think I'm going to use an acrylic block and not the Misty for this because I want to stamp them kind of around in different places and I don't want to keep pulling the stamp off. Now, this is a brand new set. I was disappointed in the lilac too. I thought it was going to come up a little bit brighter. Now I could try a second coat and no, the sweet set is, I actually did, for those of you, I see people asking about why I didn't show the sweet set. I did, I showed that right at the very beginning of the video. So you may have missed that. But if you go back and watch the replay, the sweet set is in the beginning. I showed that and I showed Argita's new set right at the beginning. And then I introduced Art Illustrators. So you could get to hear a little bit more about that. And Emily, unfortunately, couldn't be with us tonight. She has some other obligations. And Argita is in India and it's in the middle of the night. So we didn't want her to stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning just to show her set. Okay, so I'm going to use this big dragonfly. And then I'm going to use this dragonfly. So let's start with the big one. We'll get the big one on the block. And I'm using our bigger block here. I'm going to put that on there. And then I'm going to use my embossing magic pad all over the surface of this piece of cardstock. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to ink this up. Now remember, this is a brand new stamp set. So, you know, it's always good to prep the stamps a little bit, but Versamark or any kind of embossing ink is a really good way actually to prep stamps. Okay. All righty. Here we go. Now I'm going to start this one kind of right in the center and off to the side a little bit. Like that. Hopefully I'll get a good impression. And here we go. Now I'm going to emboss that right away. I'm going to use the Gina K Designs Ultra Fine Detail, the Fine Detail Black Embossing Powder. So let's get some of that on there. And I'm doing it now like this because I want to be able to see where that dragonfly is. And I also don't want to take too long before, you know, I don't want that Versamark to dry. So that's done. Now I'm going to get the little one. Let me put this back. Black embossing powder is kind of messy. I have to admit, it's a little bit messy. But I didn't want to do the other technique that I show a lot in my videos where I use black ink and then go over it with clear embossing powder for two reasons. Number one, I didn't want to use the Misty on this tonight. And number two, sometimes you don't hit the black exactly spot on. And if you don't, the bleach will actually bleach away the ink and you won't see anything. Okay, so we're going to put one here like that. And then let's do one down here at the bottom. Let's do one right here. I think part of this guy might get cut off, but that's okay. All right. And then we will emboss these. Get the black powder on there. So yes, all of our die sets that coordinate with our stamp sets come on a magnet. We do that to make it convenient for you to store your dies with your stamps in our stamp pockets. But if you like the magnet idea and you've got lots of other dies in your collection, or you want to use them with the master layouts, you can get those magnetic boards at Stampin' Storage. They are the ones that actually make our magnetic boards, so they will match. If you get the 5x7 size, it's the same ones that we use, and all of your dies will match. So you can head over to their website and pick up some of those. Okay, so let's emboss this using the heat tool. We are already out of Lisa's set. Wow. Boy. Somebody said they're showing available. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how quickly things are selling out. It's hard for me to know that while I'm on live, but we always look right away after the release party to see what is popular, and we place a reorder right away. So if anything that you love did sell out and you want it, just make sure you hit the join waitlist button, and as soon as it comes back in stock, you will get a notification. Okay, so let's paint these with a little bit of bleach. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see this happen. Okay. So I'm dipping in. You want to make sure that it's not super saturated, that you just kind of, let's see. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint this as if I was coloring with like a Zig brush marker or an Arteza pen. And what's really neat about coloring with bleach is the way that the dye is in the cardstock. Sometimes you get lowlights and highlights where some will bleach out almost to white and others will stay a deeper red or a deeper green or a deeper blue, depending on what cardstock you're using. But most of the Gina K Designs cardstock will come up pretty well. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So easy. I think Holiday Tapestry is back in stock now, so you can check that out over on our website. Just type in Holiday Tapestry in the search bar and it should come right up. We got a large shipment of those. And if you were on the wait list, you should have gotten an email about that. And if you thought you were on the wait list and you didn't get an email, always make sure you check your spam box. I check my spam box once every day because honestly, there are things that I really need that still end up in my spam box sometimes. So it could be in there, and that will take you right to the product. Okay, so you can see how easy that is to color. It's coming right up. I'm going to color in this little, they have little faces. Oh my gosh. Melanie is so good at drawing realistic. Like everything she draws is so realistic. That's so cool. Okay, so let's do this one now. Bleaching is very fun. It's very relaxing, very therapeutic. And what's fun about it is you don't have to worry about ink blending or anything like that. Now, I have seen people wait for the bleach to dry, and you can also dry it with the heat tool. That'll also bring it up a little bit brighter. It's the same reason why when you get highlights in your hair, and if your hair isn't coming up blonde enough, they stick it under the dryer and heat you up a little bit. Heat makes the bleach work better. So I've seen people let it dry and then go in with a colored pencil and add some shading into it. What's really neat is it's a hard look to achieve unless you're willing to color the entire background around an image. It's really hard to get your image to be lighter than your background. Yes, our A Little Love bundle will be coming back in stock. We don't see it coming back in stock until probably the end of February into early March, though. Okay. Wow, we had so much of that one. That was really, really popular, that bundle. All right. So I'm going to keep coloring this, and then I'm going to turn this into a very clean and simple little card. The bleaching is quite a fun technique. Now, I've seen people try to use a bleach pen. I know that they sell them, and you definitely can try it. The thing that I found with a bleach pen that makes it a little bit difficult is it's kind of a gel in there. It's not really a thin bleach the way liquid bleach is. So it comes out a little bit thicker, and sometimes it oozes outside of the lines, where with this you can really get into the tightest little areas as long as you have a tiny brush. So you could try it if you want. That might be fun, using a bleach pen to do like plaid or stripes going down your card in bleach. That would be kind of fun. Okay, so you can see how easily they all bleached out. I'm not sure if it works on any colored cardstock penny. I know that like it didn't really show up very well on our Wild Lilac. So you'd have to actually do your own little swatches to see. Okay, so I'm just going to heat it a little bit just to bring the color up a little bit brighter. And I don't want to hold it too close on any one area because remember, there's still embossing powder on there. You can also hit it from the back to bring up extra heat. Yeah, no, Mary, we don't have a kit this month, but we have a fantastic kit coming in February. Okay, so there are my dragonflies. Now, I can cut this out using this big die, and I think I'm going to do that. So let's do that. Okay, let me grab my die cutting machine. I'm still actually wired up. I'm going to take out my earpiece here. So just give me a second because it's woven into my shirt. Yeah, I tried to go all newscaster cool, and that's biting me in the butt. Okay, I'm going to just zoom out here a little bit. Come on. All right. And then I'm going to cut this out with this new die. Ooh, that's fun. I can't move around my stamp room when I'm all wired up. Okay, so we'll cut this out. There we go. That looks pretty good, right? Pretty good. It's probably going to cut a little bit off, but we'll see. Yes, master layouts are super fun. And it seems like all of our illustrators really like this particular die in this set, so I think you're going to see a lot of it. They cut so nicely, too. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Okay, so I think I'm going to use a white card base for this. Maybe I'll use a Whisper card base. I don't use Whisper enough. This is Whisper, and I think that might be a really pretty color combination. What do you think of that? Do you guys like that? Whisper? Also, we could try, just for the heck of it, we could try honey mustard just to see how that would look with the yellow. Oh, see, I think that's too similar. You know what I mean? Even though they're not similar colors, it doesn't pop. I think we have to use either the Whisper or go with a white card base. So let's look at it on white. Looks good on white, but I think it looks nice on Whisper. Whisper's nice and soft. So let's go with Whisper. And Whisper, although it looks kind of white, when you see it up against white, you can see it's not white at all. It's a very, very pale gray, which is different than our ivory. Our ivory, I don't think I have a little sample of ivory right here, but there might be one in that cabinet, Tom. Can you grab an ivory just so I can show you the difference? Because I know a lot of people like these really pale colors. It should be down at the very bottom there. So just grab that one. Yeah. So here's what ivory looks like. See? Can you see the difference? Ivory, and then you've got the stark white here. Ivory, stark white, and then Whisper. Whisper is a very pale gray. So let's go with the Whisper for this one. And then I have to see what I'm going to do for the greeting here. I'm not sure yet what I want to do. So let's put this on the card with some foam tape. So I have the foam tape, the Gina K Designs and Thermoweb foam tape here. And I just need a pair of sticky scissors. Here's my sticky scissors. There's another pair of scissors that aren't quite as sticky, and I think I'll use these instead. All right, so I'm going to just put some foam tape right around the perimeter here. Yeah, Whisper's the ticket, huh? All right, so we'll put this close to the edge because we want it to be nice and flat. And I don't like foam tape that is too thick. I know some people like a thicker foam tape, and if you do, you can always use 2 layers. But I like my foam tape to just give it a little dimension, but not be so thick that it stands up way too high on the card. Okay, so I can tell you which pen I was using. This is just a plain little water brush that I picked up. And we're thinking about carrying these little water brushes in our store because people like to use them and they're not very expensive. They're great for watercolor because you can fill it up with water, but you can also, you know, have one specifically for your bleach. I wouldn't mix your watercolor brushes with your bleach brushes though. It's kind of hard to get the bleach out, I think. And then your colors, your watercolors probably won't be true. All right. Yes, Whisper. Okay. Yep, a cheap water brush. Any cheap little paintbrush will do for bleach. The only thing I would recommend is that you definitely make sure that it's, I didn't cut this card very well. You definitely make sure that it's got a really, really thin brush. Okay, so we're going to put that right there. This is always scary because the foam tape, you know, it's not as forgiving as the dot adhesive. So there we go. Now let's just add a simple greeting to this. I could use Melanie's Rise Up. I could do Spread Your Beautiful Wings. Let's see, maybe I will do that. And instead of using master layouts, boy, I'm not 100% sure what I want to use here. I could stamp Rise Up right onto the card. Rise Up. Well, let me take a look here. I just want to peek at the other sets. There's so many sets here, and maybe I will mix and match this with one from Argita's set. And I'll use Melanie's in another video. Okay, so I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use one of the dies. Oh, I have everything everywhere. So these are the 2 dies that come in the Master Layouts 4. So these fit perfectly. with these greetings, as you can see. So how about if we do, what's encouraging here? Tomorrow is a new day. I've been thinking about you. Let's do tomorrow is a new day, because that is always encouraging. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get another piece of Whisper cardstock. Let me find it real quick. Whisper, where are you? I think it's right here. So here's another piece of Whisper cardstock, and I'm going to just cut it into a quarter sheet first because I don't want to use this whole thing. But I don't know if you've seen some of our cardstock colors like Whisper. We also have Skeleton Leaves, Warm Glow, Barely There. They're colors that are almost white, but they have a hint of color to them. Like Barely There is very fleshy. So it's a really, really nice color to use. So I'm going to use black to coordinate with the Dragonflies. So I'm going to be using the Gina K Designs Black Onyx ink. And that's okay if you just joined us here. You can always watch the replay. I did actually show all of the stamp sets tonight, and you'll be able to see that on the replay. So let's just stamp that. Here we go. Tomorrow is a new day. I'm going to stamp it one more time. Again, this is the first time I'm opening this set, so, you know, sometimes the stamps need to be primed just a little bit, and sometimes you can prime them just by stamping them once or twice. I'm going to use my tidy towel here just to clean my stamp. And then I'm going to cut this out with one of the new flag dies. All right, so I'll grab my die cutting machine once again. I know I'm not very organized when I do this. I should do all my die cutting at once, but since I make my cards and think on the fly, which you guys know I do, sometimes I don't know what I'm going to make yet. Where did I put the other die? Here it is. Okay.
Is there a place they can go where they can see which ink colors have cardstock as well?
Well, almost every one of our ink colors has cardstock except just 2 or 3 colors. So the best way to do it is if you find an ink color that you like, let's say you like, let's go with Faded Brick. Let's say you like Faded Brick, but you don't know if there's cardstock and envelopes for it. All you have to do is type in the search bar Faded Brick, and everything that we have in Faded Brick will show up. So that's a great way to figure out. Take a look at the ink colors that you like, and then go ahead and search that ink color name by just the name. Don't say Faded Brick ink pad, because then you'll only get the ink. Just do Faded Brick. Everything Faded Brick will come up. Our cardstock, our envelopes, our re-inkers, all of that. Okay, so there's my little Tomorrow is a New Day. And remember, don't throw these away. I've thrown away dies before because I forgot to take them out of the, they're all taped in there, so I forgot to take them out of the cardstock. All right, so we're going to wrap this card up. And let me zoom in a little bit. All right, here we go. Here, let me go a little closer. Sorry about that. Now, we could pop this up, or we could just tape it right to the card. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to tape it right to the card since it's already, the card itself is already popped up. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Gina K Designs adhesive just right across the back of that. And I could put it up here. I could put it, I like it down here though. Just a little bit like this. Because that dragonfly, he's big, so there's a lot of him still showing. Oh, there's a really quick and easy bleached card. So fun. Oh, so, and you can see the little stitching. I will take a picture of this though, and I will post this in our Facebook group and also here on YouTube in the community tab over on my channel. So if you go to my channel, you're just probably watching this, and if you click on my name under the screen where it says Gina K Designs, if you click on that, you'll be able to go to my channel, And then right across the top, you'll see different tabs. Click on the community tab, and that's where I post pictures over on YouTube, so you can see them too. It's not always as easy to see them in the video. All right, so there is a quick, clean and simple bleached dragonfly card featuring Melanie Menchinger's new beautiful wings. Well, it has been so much fun to be with you guys tonight, and I want to thank Melanie and Lisa and Hannah for taking time to be with us this evening. If you're new to Gina K Designs, you can visit our website and see so much more. This is our release party tonight, so all of these new products that we showed you are now available at ginakdesigns.com. If anything ran out of stock, make sure you click the waitlist button, and as soon as it comes in, you'll get an email right in your inbox with a link that you can click on to get yours when it comes back in. But I think a lot of stuff is still in stock. We've got lots of master layouts available. And this has been so much fun. So I will be back on Thursday afternoon at noon for a lunchtime live. I'll be using one of these other beautiful stamp sets. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you all so much for joining me. I love you all so very much. Mwah. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.